So what's the name of the band? 58. Oh, so you're all 5 feet 8 inches tall. What's the name of the band? Oh, you're all 58 kgs. Oh, what's the? Oh, it's actually a time signature. It's a way of, you know, counting music. Oh.
Five8's foundation is based on playing groove-based music.
There is definitely a collision of various different musical styles and ideas on this album. There's rock, there's funk, there's R&B, all these different elements kind of happening together at one time in a song.
Our sound has two different sides to it. One being a very pop, funky driven sound, the other being very dark, dreamy. And I think what drives both the sound together as a Five8 sound is the groove factor in it.
The sound of Five8 has evolved a lot from the beginning, and now they've come to a very sort of inclusive kind of sound. So I would say this is a sort of contemporary hybrid sound, and I can definitely vouch for that this album and the sound of the band and the songwriting is really not dated.
We were a band, I think, which played covers and probably didn't have a direction as to what we wanted to do with the band.
And now this album basically talks about how we've evolved as musicians, how our sound has changed over the years.
Then it became more about compositions and arrangement and songwriting. It's like we would think about the music and think about each part and arrangement.
We really experimented with a lot of tunes and sounds to get a point across through music on this album.
The whole album can, in a way, be looked at as a day in the life of one of us or of anyone who kind of goes through these different things happening simultaneously to him or her.
This album is more about different episodes or stories that you hear in this city that happen.
A way of life. Rich gets richer.
There are passages which are story-like. The interludes that have been played, they are also story-like. So you see the whole build that happens and goes into a climax section, and then it's kind of resolving. The whole album is sort of something, it's like a story that unfolds itself.
बहुत कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ, just not coming. Wait, hold on. Let me just think about something. Maushi Gan.
He talks but doesn't think. He talks, doesn't think. He talks but doesn't think.
Recording at Plug and Play Studios was fun. For us, it's like our second home. I think we recorded our first two songs that we ever did with Five8 there. And Oni is generally a great guy to work with.
From the beginning, I was kind of chasing a contemporary sort of sound for the album, and didn't want to go for a very hard, progressive kind of sound, but at the same time have the punch and then have delicate nuances of strings and, let's say, soft harmony parts and very soft drum and bass sort of feel.
Anindo's job in this album is so important because he cleared the music up first. You know, he gave each instrument its space.
Being an arranger myself, I could pinpoint at certain specific places where I would have wanted more things to happen in the arrangement.
Firstly, I think the band definitely draws influence from the experience of the city that we live in, which is Delhi. I think we all spend a lot of time traveling through it, and that experience of moving through different spaces and places that are not always the same in character reflects in a lot of the music that we play.
Living in Delhi, I personally feel is not easy. It's like, you get bombarded with stimuli like all the time. It's not easy to avoid the city and just live in your bubble. You have to engage and interact and, be out there. I think the city kind of forces you to do that.
All the songs on this album kind of come together where all our different influences meet and make this one unique sound, which is our Five8 sound.
This album is us. This is 100% us, and this is going to be so much fun.